to the ball to force a turnover on down.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Don't touch, don't touch.
Now Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Backed up to his own goal line, Hurts. He's got his tight end, Branson. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 15-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
A run with Barkley. He plunges forward for a couple of yards. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 7. One of the tight ends in motion right. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 7. Fourth quarter starts, and it's a run for Barkley. He was looking for that cutback lane, but it never developed. Tracked down behind the line.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down, or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On 3rd down, here's Hurts. He's got his man. It's Smith. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, Philadelphia.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game.
Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but he has his offense set up in great field position inside the red zone. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
We're seeing such an uptick, Mike, across the league in these hybrid kind of positionless defenders, especially safety. So are they a safety? Are they a linebacker? They're good in both coverage. And in this case, they can play near the line of scrimmage and still make plays on the ground.
Minshew to the air on 2nd down. Short pass taken in by Kelsey. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just...
And that big offensive line, clearing space. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Chiefs. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Bigsby to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Man in motion is Smith. On first down, it's Hurts. Moving to his right. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Once the quarterback gets flushed out of the pocket, Mike, he has to make a split-second decision. Does he remain a passer and give his guys time downfield to work open? Or does he turn into a...
He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down. They need one right now. Third and long. Rolling to the left. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
And that's a pretty good effort here on third and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short the first down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's fourth down. They'll try it now with Barkley. First down and more past midfield. And he will go all the way. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
This is one of those plays that all the offensive line had to do, Mike, was just give him a crease and get him to the second level, because from there, he's going to do the rest. That's as impressive a run as we'll see all year long.
Big play for the Eagles as they will try for 2. Now Hurts. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Nick Bolton.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. To throw, Minshew. Rice open, he's got it. And he is out of bounds at the 45. It's a gain of 10. That's enough for a quick first down.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In fourth quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18. Here's first and 10.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
On the ground, here's Pacheco. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up second down.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds. So no turnover, and it's actually going to wind up a first down.
Retains possession.
From the gun, here's Minshew. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's going to be marked out down at the 5. That's a gain of 16 yards, and it sets up first and goal.
First down. First and goal.
Getting the tight end involved in the run game here. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal.
A gain of 3. Brings up second and goal.
And I really like the play call, especially given this situation. But remember, these defensive players, they get paid too. So even though it's maybe something they weren't necessarily prepared all week to defend, they got the stop before he was able to score.
For the lead, here is third and goal. They'll try to sneak it here. And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. Gardner Minshew. Touchdown, Kansas City. extra point by Butker is good. And the Chiefs will up the lead to 5.
Eagles 26. Harrison Butker at a kickoff for Kansas City.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Bigsby to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
At their own 22-yard line.
Great, set.
A first down throw for Hurts. He connects downfield to Dotson. And he's going to take this one all the way. 78 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator. Anytime you fail on a two-point try, there's always going to be second-guessing about whether that was the right play call. In this case, they decided to throw the ball, which I like. They just need better execution, and they end up coming up a little short.
And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. With shotgun, a throw for Minshew. That's caught downfield. It's Kelsey. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Great way to start the drive. A gain of 20 and a first down.
All right, this is a good start. Plays like these are definitely going to help as you work your way into scoring range. While you have to be wary of the clock and keep an eye on it, they should have plenty of time here to finish this drive.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
He'll run. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Playing close quickly. Here comes 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll drop to throw. This caught right side by Worthy. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling, the head fakes, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense, like we saw here, it's a lot more simpler. Understand the concept of the play, understand where the holes in the defense are, and get there and be friendly to the quarterback. And if you're open, stay open. That's NFL route running. That's what the best guys do.
And now the timeout will be called, so they are in field goal range with 3 seconds left. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This to win the game. Here's the timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to the second down play. Big moment for a guy who's made some big kicks in his career, Harrison Butker. This one he's got to have. This kick is good. So it's a win for the visiting Chiefs. This one went all the way down to the wire. The late field goal was